Okay, so Reese Waters recently did a piece on Candace Owens. And going to the comment section, I can see that you guys are pretty much hands down. Candace Owens is not allowed back into. I didn't even know she was trying. What is going on now?
Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and members here on the channel. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. We all know exactly why we're here. Because Candace Owens has officially filed her application to rejoin the community.
I will never accept racial supremacy. I will never accept ethnic supremacy, even if it's Black people, even if it's my own people, okay? I just won't accept it. That's just the reality.
Okay, so that right there, when she says, even if Candace, I was about to ask the people, why do they have such a problem with you? But what do you mean, even if it's Black people, even if it's your own people? That right there got me side-eyeing her. You know, I've been meaning to call this lady out as to why she hasn't recently spoken up about Ye. And you know, she vouched for him. She took up for him. She said he is forever her friend. They're like besties forever, and she will always stick by his side. Okay. Lately, we know he's been tripping a little too hard. Now, when you go just attacking people, blatantly attacking people, right? Now that's a problem. And then when you go attacking their children, that's an even bigger problem. All the things he said lately, since they wore their t-shirts, Candace hasn't said a thing. And I just ain't gotten around to it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to stop watching this lady until I can hear her speak up on Ye. And then I see this. And y'all are not with Candace at all. So I'm really wanting to know, is she just like, what is it?
And now we're arriving at that exact same thing happening. It's not happening under Biden. It's not happening under Obama. It's happening under Trump, okay? And it is under the guise of fighting anti-Semitism on college campuses. And that this is an epidemic. And you've got the Human Health Secretary, RFK Jr., saying, oh, we have to declare this an epidemic. And what we're really talking about is people voicing opinions against Israel's policies on blowing up Palestinian kids. You can accept that or you cannot accept that. It is just the reality.
Now, your side on what's happening to the Palestinians aside, because I happen to support you in that regard. Here, you're talking about the anti-Semitism on campus, right? As in the hearings that were had last year before the election, as in when they brought Harvard's president up and then brought her up on trumped up plagiarism charges to run.
Okay, I see what a lot of you guys are saying, but let me be clear. I don't think a lot of you guys actually watch Candace, because listen, she been started calling Elon and Trump out a while ago. I want to say even probably during the inauguration or right after, she been start pointing out things that just weren't. So it's not like this came all of a sudden. I know that doesn't help much because I'm reading your comments. I'm listening to what you guys are saying, and I'm listening to what Reese is saying. And you guys are really, laying it down on her. Now, what about the fight that Candace has been giving these people? Because she's been giving... Listen, Candace is going up against people and got people coming for her that I know y'all can handle. I know it. Now, the Becoming Bridget series. This woman exposed this guy being married to who people thought was a woman who was actually a male. And not only that, it's his father. Listen, I don't know. The George Floyd documentary, yes, Kanye exposing BLM was important. That was very important. I actually did a report on that. I think it was taking American history at the time. Got an A on it. But the thing she said about George Floyd, that one made me, navigate away from her for a while. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to see what she getting at, but no, this I can't. This can't be excused. We know what we saw. We know what we saw. So she does tick me off at times and give me a moment's pause. And again, her not calling out Ye the way he talking about people, children, and it's like, okay, so you still standing with him. That's why you being quiet. Like, I don't know, but what is it about Candace that makes her unredeemable? Because y'all are 10 toes down, 20 toes down, that she would never, ever, 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 ever be able to come by here. The Kamala series. The Kamala series, guys, y'all mad about that. See, this is where I have a problem with y'all. I don't think that you watch her hit pieces. I don't think that you involve yourselves on just being informed on what she exposes and the battles that she have to incur because of it. I don't think that y'all, a lot of y'all from your comments, even what. Now, I'm not defending Candace, but I ain't saying I mess with her the long way. The short way, yeah. That becoming a Kamala series was hardcore. Now, y'all wanted Kamala, most of you seems like, and you felt like that was a good way to go. Her nor Biden ain't no good, and clearly neither is Trump or his crew. Now, I was one who initially was saying, hey, out of the choices we have, that would be the better choice for us. And quickly realized that, not that I was naive to the fact that regardless of who we pick, we're in trouble. But wow, I think it's great, and it shows a lot that she's able to see problems in what they are doing, and she's able to expose, because the way Candace exposes when she exposes, it's on another level. And again, like I said, she didn't just start doing this. She been calling them out for a while. She been calling them out for a while. So are y'all upset that she's saying something now? Or would you be even more upset if she was still supporting him? And I'm just asking, because it seems to me like you all are basically in support of Kamala. You're mad because she did that series. You think it hurt Kamala's chances greatly, which I'm pretty sure it did, and I'm glad that it did, right? And I watched the series, and it is not only valuable, it's very important. And if you didn't watch it, first of all, then you probably shouldn't speak on it. However, especially if you are still in support of Kamala, or still wanting Kamala or something like that, you need to go and watch that series. Because, yeah, it's that deep. It is that deep, okay? Especially when she had Judge Joe Brown, who I never been a fan of, come on there, and they had the deepest conversation concerning many things in history. But concerning Kamala and her family's history, okay? And their contribution to what is it as of now. Okay. Now, again, I think a lot of y'all's complaints and concerns are highly valid. I just don't know all of them. However, I do think that her fight against them is real and it's necessary. And I don't see nobody else doing it. And she takes a lot of hits for that. And yeah, sometimes she gonna need to run for cover because that's just the way it is. And then y'all, okay, so y'all feel like she comes, she runs for cover, she gets support, and then she runs back. But if she wasn't able to do that because she still keep up the fight? No, she would not. Now, is Candace's words, if any, against our people that damaging? Because who's really caring about what she's saying when they're all really against her anyway? Because how she be digging in day business, exposing day mess. It's not like she pulling up our people every second and exposing them. Now, she hasn't even talked about Ye lately, which that's one I wouldn't mind her really getting into. And who is the other one she supports? Oh, Andrew Tate. I saw some mess over there. I heard from her own mouth that, or was it somebody? I don't want to get it wrong. However, it was stated that Andrew Tate and Candace's husband is really, really good friends. And from the interactions with them, it seems like that is so. I don't understand her support for him either. Somebody mentioned she supports Weinstein. I haven't heard anything on that. But, the things that I have seen and heard from her that I feel like are not good for us. They were pretty significant, not small at all. And I have turned away from her plenty of times. But it is hard for me to stay away when she be blasting and slamming these people left and right, up and down. Okay? And the research team she has is incredible. The information she brings, people believe it to be fact because that is her reputation. That's how cold she comes with it. And I don't see nobody else out here on her level exposing people on that level the way she is. And I don't see anybody who is built like that, who has the situation, because obviously, regardless of what y'all want to try to say about her husband, which I haven't really heard anything, but it seems like y'all gonna go in that direction in a minute. Let me say, she could not do what she's doing if she did not have the protections and the support that she does with her family. Okay, she absolutely could not. And again, with the coming back to the community per se and all that, it, obviously it's something she needs to do. Okay, in this game of chess that she's playing, that is something that she needs to do. Do a lot of people like it? No, they don't. Completely pushing her out, I don't know that that's the answer, because I think she's a necessary weapon. I do. But like with you guys, even though I don't know all of the things that you guys are done with her about, I do think that maybe some negotiations could be met. I think as a base level, we believe that a lot of these people wouldn't be able to sit where they are and have a voice if they didn't come first in some kind of way. Yeah, but that needs to be done with. I think if Candace were willing to agree to, and listen, not intentionally throwing us under the bus and trying to help run their narratives and propaganda is not the same as having an honest opinion that just doesn't cater to you guys. You know how you were mad at Bill Cosby that one time? Okay, you kept it. They took the guy to prison in his 80s, and y'all were like, oh yeah, remember he called us out in front of them people? Like, are you serious? As much calling out as people do on each other on social media nowadays, Cosby said have some respect for yourself and pull your pants up, and y'all held that against him when Cosby was America's freaking dad. To a lot of y'all, he was the first father you've ever known. Cosby was a great representation on television for a long time, who inspired so many of our brothers and sisters to see that regardless of what you are used to and see around you and grow up in, you can be elegant and classy And there you can create a family structure and you guys can be successful, blah 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 blah. And you can act this way instead of, acting another way. All types of examples and representations people got from watching the Cosby Family that were wonderful, and it was very impactful on lives. Yet you're mad because of a speech, so you joined in with them in taking down Cosby. Yet Zimmerman is still walking around here. Y'all ain't busting tail for Carmelo Anthony like you should. Ain't nobody running around here trying to figure out what happened to these twins up here in Georgia. So on and so forth. Again, Zimmerman is still running around here. And it's so many people in their old age who needs to be going to prison for the things that they have done. Yet y'all are not pushing for that, but you happily push for Cosby to go down when don't none of us know what really took place in these different situations with these women. Not saying he did or he did not do whatever he was accused of doing. Clearly, if someone is, taking advantage of a woman against their will and things like that, they should be held accountable. With that being said, why is Charlemagne still in position? Why do y'all still watch him? Why do y'all still support him? Okay. We know what happened with him and Jessica Reed. Yet y'all still, when telling the story, give false narratives. This guy even joked about it. And you still support Charlemagne. Charlemagne has not been held accountable as of yet. And what does he contribute that could help us remotely? Nothing. So the hypocrisy is what I have a problem with. The laziness is what I have a problem with. And, being overly emotionally invested in things instead of using more intellect and actually doing research. Because again, to get back to Candace, if y'all watch the work that she does, it'd be pretty hard to say that this is not important work, that she ain't over there banging and y'all couldn't hang with that type of bang. I'm saying what's real. Okay, the kind of hit pieces Candace does make the hit pieces in almost everybody. It does look like, little third grade work. I'm just seriously. And, until you guys can come and say that you watch all of her stuff, okay, you fully pay attention to all of her work, not just when she says something that quote unquote pisses you off, right? And you feel like the things that she says that you don't like are justifiably outweighing the hits that she's doing, because she's fighting. She's fighting. In fact, more than a lot of y'all who are just talking, And don't get me wrong. I don't completely disagree with you guys. I don't, because I feel like sometimes her narratives can be detrimental. And I still have a hard time understanding where that comes from. However, I always look at it like when someone is with another race, as you call it, at the end of the day, they got a problem with themselves and their race. And so, clearly, and I can't speak for her, but clearly, she has some issues with our people, and who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? We get how the damages were done. We get all that. We know. But come on. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all don't even know some of these people who she's talking about. I don't know them either. Most of them. At least before I, look at her stuff. Now, once you realize what she's doing and who she's going against, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. And it's all part of this battle. Is it not? Is it not? And so unless a whole bunch of y'all gonna get on that level and you gonna bang on that level and you going to do an as effective or better job as Candace, honey, you gonna miss me on this one. You gonna miss me on this one because at the end of the day, what she's saying about our people, I don't know. I need y'all to talk to me. I need you to tell me what you having problems with so I can analyze it. Because so far, I remember some stuff, but I can't even think of it now. The George Floyd documentary, if I could interview Candace on that, it would be very helpful because I'm trying to understand what exact points were you trying to get across and what were you trying to accomplish? Because if I were to surmise it myself, she was her intentions were to expose the BLM, and she did that very clearly, and that was important. That was important to do, and I feel like y'all just kind of dropped the ball on that because that whole hashtag moniker organization and everything should not only be completely dismantled and inoperable, and these people should be investigated and held accountable. But again, y'all have a lack of handling your business, and you're not also the best judges of certain things that are above your pay grade, above your level. All right, so you can't. It's almost like trying to tell Trump how to do his job, right? We may be disappointed in a lot of things that we see here, but which one of us been president before? Or anywhere close. Like, you have no idea what goes down. You know about the crap dealing with your own job. You know all the ins and outs and the players and the games that go on with that world. Just imagine in a Candace world or, a president's world. So you're judging not even knowing what that environment is like. And you are also judging when you only pay attention to what gets on your nerves or hurts your feelings. Because, like, if my biggest gripe with her is the narrative she painted against George Floyd, she the one took that documentary out there and went and, intentionally, painted this picture. And at the end of the day, Chauvin still went to prison. He did. And that is thanks to, in large, the work that our people have done, pushing for that, which we shouldn't have had to. Wow. But I don't know, that one, it's just, I hate that I ain't brought it back up. Because it's real hard to see past what she's done with that. Yeah, so on a personal note, do I like Candace? Nah, because of that. Because I just personally cannot forgive her for that. But when I look again at the work that she does, I say the work is necessary and it is effective. Will she last forever? No. But are we gonna get rid of all the Candaces out here because we feel like they be I already got in trouble for using that RACOON word. Shout out to the brother that be putting the picture up in his videos instead of saying it. But see, I wouldn't be able to get away with that. But y'all, no, Willie D made a whole song about it. We still bump to this day. I might have to listen to it. Say that about Candace. I have to do that every now and again. Okay, but I still will look at and watch what she's doing when she coming at these people because she be putting their ass out there. She be messing up their program. I don't know why y'all don't be paying attention to that part. And that Kamala series, invaluable.